Hello. How's everybody doing? Um, Thanks for being here once again. So, just wanted to mention a couple things about this week. I mean, there's a lot of energies stirring, even as of today. The moon is in Taurus, around 3 degrees, um, and it's currently squaring Pluto in Aquarius. And so that square can feel like power struggles. And I don't know about you, but these are really coming through. And luckily, we also have Sun sextile Saturn, the Sun in Taurus, which is an Earth sign, making a very cooperative aspect to Saturn and Pisces, which is discipline. It can be seen as emotional maturity. So with that Sun in Taurus, we're like exchanging these gifts with one another between the Sun in Taurus and Saturn in Pisces. And so really applying those lessons and wisdoms of Saturn and Pisces, and coming with the situations, the difficult situations, with some patience and compassion. So having that maturity, emotional maturity, to not react and do the tit for tat kind of game. So really just like zooming out and seeing the big picture, and you can call it like picking your battles as well. So fortunately, the universe is so brilliant and intelligent enough to light those fires under our ass to remind us how to stand up for ourselves, and at the same time practice those compassionate words of wisdom, and using our spirit voice to kind of send those energetic messages to like reassure the people that you're in these situations with, that everything is fine, it's all good. There's so much more to life to enjoy. So fortunately, we have like a kind of like mixed bag, but also like a balance of energies going into the new moon, which is tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, this new moon in Taurus is all about the five senses and having those heightened sensitivities: sight, taste, touch, hearing, smell. And so you might hear some background nature sounds, birds chirping. It's kind of like it's on YouTube, and it's like a 3 or 4 hour video. This one thankfully is uninterrupted, as a way to like biohack our situations. And seriously, like, nature is the new luxury in my opinion, because that's where we receive the most healing and abundance, is in nature. And when we can't go into nature, and like it's not readily accessible for everyone, one way to kind of biohack that is playing these nature sounds when you wake up in the morning. And I do apologize, in the last video my window was open, and there were I don't know, police cars or an ambulance or something that was riding past my block. So I didn't realize how loud it was until I replayed the video. So, which is really jarring, like especially now. So especially if you have headphones on. So I do apologize for that, but my window is closed and we have some nature sounds on now. So yeah, a couple of things about this new moon. It happens at 8:22 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday, the 7th of May, and it is going to be like one for the books. Like, there's so much supportive energy in this full moon, with like a stellium of planets, which is 3 more planets in one sign. So we have the ruler of Taurus, which is Venus, in Taurus, and so that makes Venus that much more potent, and really allowing Venus to draw in those things that appeal to us, in relation to aesthetics, beauty, money, where we live. Our voice also can be enhanced, because Taurus rules this area, the throat, shoulders, as well as singing. So Venus is in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus, which means it's got like a special VIP table when she's in the sign of Taurus, really allowing us to be more sensitive to those Taurus things, like the 5 senses. So we could also be looking for ways to improve our aesthetic, like physically in our home, or even when we're making food. Could be anything, just like really adding that Venusian touch to everything, even in our music, especially with the aspects to Neptune in Pisces, as well as Saturn in Pisces, and then if you have any planets or points in Pisces as well. And then we have Jupiter, which is the planet of blessings and abundance and like belief systems in Taurus as well. Jupiter expands. Taurus is also related to our skills, like our natural skills. So it could be an expansion of our skills, our how we make money, our bank account, even our land. You know, we could be expanding, or it could be a number of different things depending on which house Taurus falls in your chart. And then we have the planet of sudden changes and disruptions and unexpected events, which is Uranus. And Uranus is something that Taurus needs, actually, because Taurus can be a fixed sign and like really wanting that stability. And yeah, if it's not broken, then don't fix it. But Uranus in the sign of Taurus is really like letting us know that there needs to be big changes in our foundations, because the foundations are have been proven to not be so stable or not be authentic. We'll start to see that more, especially as Pluto travels through Aquarius. Aquarius is a sign of authenticity and individuality and breaking free from the norm or status quos. And with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, this is going to really bring unexpected blessings, as long as we can also stay in integrity and practice accountability, like vulnerable accountability. There's so many unexpected directions that these blessings can go in. And yeah, for sure, this is not to be underestimated. So we want to stay in our integrity and own our resourcefulness. Like there's ways to figure things out on our own. And Taurus is another sign of self-reliance. So we're doing things so that we don't have to rely on any codependent relationships. You know, like Taurus is all about the harvest and taking care of our plants and our animals, and making sure these things are fed, and feeling of having the responsibility of making sure that we're able to take the steps and the care to make sure that we're able to keep these things alive and prosperous and growing and thriving. And so one of those things that we can do is to be resourceful and not like woe is me, like getting out of that victim mentality where you play the role of like relying on someone by being given the answers. Like there's a level of independence that is like infused with this, especially with all the Aries energies that are really begging for us to embody, especially with Chiron conjunct Mercury over the past couple days. And it will continue to have that feeling of like expressing or setting your boundaries and expressing your true feelings. Like, how do you really feel? Like, it can be aggressive because it is in the sign of Aries, and it can be impulsive communication. But these are practices that we'll be returning to. This won't be the last time that we will have opportunities for our inner child to express themselves. Uranus is going to really shake things up, and as long as we've had the consistency and integrity to hold ourselves accountable and be resourceful, and release the tendencies to ask people for the answers. Like, of course we want to reach out to those people who we trust, and mentors and teachers, and whoever might be in your circle, in your true like spirit family that you feel has the knowledge to bestow on you, and has proven to be able to cultivate a life for themselves that you admire. Like, we're letting go of those paradigms that have been put upon us, like, without question. Like, we're not doing the dominating energies where this is how it is, this is the only way how it is, and you're not given any choice or space to question that paradigm. And we're coming to realize that, like, it's not a cookie cutter paradigm. Like, we are all different. Everybody has their own path and way of doing things. And, you know, like, it's similar, you know, like, it's similar to the human design. I forget if they're called, like, modalities, but like the generator versus the projector versus the manifester. Like, not everybody's going to be able to, you know, continuously produce content or whatever it is on a back-to-back basis. Like, some of the energies, like projectors, need space and time to rest and recollect their energy before putting something out again, or, you know, like, connecting with other people. Like, there's a lot of internal work that is required before, like, putting something out and, you know, like, giving more of yourself, because everybody's different, you know. And so, yeah, there's a level of using our money and our like purchasing power to be able to make changes and make sure that our financial choices are aligned with our values. And so we're not just simply making financial choices or like making purchases based on sheer convenience. We're also making sure that we align with this business, whether it's a corporation or a small business, or, you know, your neighbor who you're trading with, or like someone that you connected with symbiotically, like just, you know, synchronistically connected with, and you're able to figure out that you each have gifts that you want to share and are able to exchange energies in that way, and there's an alignment there. There's an energy exchange that feels good. You know, like, you can feel good about your purchases and your exchanges, or your transactions, you know, however you want to look at it. And so we're letting go of these old ways of conducting business and exchanging energy, so that we're able to really, you know, like, rebuild our foundations, rebuild our wealth, rebuild our self-worth, you know, to a level where we can really be proud and know that we are authentic and genuine in all of our dealings. You know, like, every word is authentic and it comes from the heart. And 18 degrees is connected to Virgo, so this could also be in relation to our health. You know, health is connected to Virgo, making sure that the food that we're consuming is whole and not processed, and it's not contaminated, and we know where it's coming from. It's, like, you know, well sourced. And so there's an alignment that we want to make sure that we feel good about when we are making these decisions, you know, like, where we go to buy our food, like, who's growing this food, is this food organic or is it GMO, you know, like, all those things, because we're consuming all of that, we're taking that into our vessel, and we want our vessel to be clean and, like, be able to receive the blessings from the earth, you know, the blessings and the messages and all that good stuff. So, and we're going to be sharing these wisdoms with one another. So there's no longer going to be this gatekeeping of finance secrets, beauty secrets, manifestation secrets. We all want to level up, and we all want to like share those practices with one another. You know, like, that speaks to that level of resourcefulness that I mean, farmers do the same thing. Like, they share farming secrets, you know, so that everybody can benefit, everybody can be abundant from this knowledge. So we're really sowing what we reap, we're reaping what we sow. So we're really reaping what we sow when we can come into those like, sharing is caring mentality. And yeah, there's a level of vulnerability that is also required during this phase, this time. And, you know, we're being open-minded and open-hearted with our knowledge and our resources, and we're sharing our plans with other people, so that we can be accountable for what we've promised to ourselves. And this is you know, like, these are not the easiest times. It's like big changes, and Taurus has this natural resistance to change, which is why Uranus in the sign of Taurus is important and, like, really almost, it's definitely like a blessing in disguise. Like Uranus is the planet of blessings in disguise. And so the resistance to change is out the window with Uranus in the sign of Taurus. And with Saturn in Pisces, like making all these cooperative aspects to all the planets in Taurus, it is a creative opportunity to really bring us to the levels of manifestation and taking those visions that we have and making them reality, like turning them into reality. And yeah, turning this heaven that we have in our heads, bringing it down to earth. So yeah, I hope all that made sense. I think that's all I wanted to mention at this time. So this would be the time to meditate on your goals, put those manifesting rituals to the test, wish upon a star with all your might, and yeah, just trust that the universe will deliver. And it's one of those things that we're unlearning all of the programming that we've been subject to, like that diminishes our power, and we're letting those things go. Yeah, like do something special this new moon, and honor the energies, whether it's writing your wishes down in your journal, or writing them in the sand, letting the ocean waves wash them away, carry them into the ocean. I mean, it can be lighting a candle, like lighting a candle and making a wish, and like just envisioning the life that you see your future self living. It could be the most wildest, most absurdly delicious visions that you can imagine. And trust, just trust and treat yourself with some nourishment, and if you're able to, like, get a massage and relax into these energies and lean into them. One of the mantras that I came across, let's see, what was it? It was I am so happy and grateful that I am in the timeline of my highest good, my deepest desires, and my ultimate fulfillment. And there's that, and what was the other one? There's another one. I am so happy and grateful that money comes to me effortlessly and harmlessly in increasing amounts on a consistent basis, on a continuous basis. And so that's definitely a Taurus type of mantra, since it does deal with abundance and money and wealth, and health is wealth. So that's another thing to keep in mind too, is like health is wealth ultimately. So when you have your health at its prime level, which is like your physical health and your emotional health, your mental health, then you're able to really attract abundance, and nature, the universe, Gaia, the earth, just is in connection and resonance with you, and able to, like, give you more of what you want. As long as it's in integrity, and especially if it is an added benefit to your community, to the collective. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. There's a lot to be excited about. For now, I think that is all I wanted to mention. So just, keep your eye on the prize, and, just treat yourself with integrity, treat your body with integrity and compassion, and as well as one another. Like, give yourself some grace, and give the people around you some grace. This is such a liminal phase right now. Like, a lot of us are, still trying to figure out, like, what direction we're going. We're not going backwards. We know that. We're not going backwards. And the future is, like, wide open. It's kind of like being on that ledge, like being on the ledge. It reminds me of that Spider-Man, that moment, or that scene in Spider-Man where they're on the ledge, and I don't know, I'm sure there's a quote that goes along with that scene, but it's that feeling, So it's exciting, and we just have to trust what the universe has in store, and keep our centeredness, like stay centered, stay positive, Yeah, and grateful. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And if you're interested in or curious in knowing and learning how these energies are affecting you personally, hit me up. Definitely want to, share this knowledge with everybody so that we can come into like higher awareness of how we can enjoy our time on this planet together. So, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Hope to see you on the next one. And until next time, take care. Okay.